Stories are about the most wonderful time of the year. My name is Osadimibi, and every week I will tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, this week's story is by Ufuoma Bakporhe, and it's titled, This is Christmas. Cold mornings, dry wind, dust covering the earth, dust covering every other thing from shoes to tabletops to chairs to cars to shelves, books, and every nook and cranny of homes. This was Christmas. The dryness of the air, the festive scents and aromas filling up nostrils was the smell of Christmas. The dryness of our chocolate-deep skins, soaking up more than normal amounts of milky lotions, was the advent of Christmas. The trucks arriving on streets, carrying dozens and dozens of chicken and turkey, the rowdiness of marketplaces, the harmony of hymns and songs from churches, homes, cars, and shops, meant Christmas was looming. The buying and wearing of new clothes, the display of new hairstyles from packing gels to telephone wires and million braids was Christmas. The delivery of hampers from clients and colleagues, friends and family, the buying of new shoes, and the freedom to eat so much until our tummies rumbled was Christmas. The recurring sounds of banga and knockout in the streets was Christmas. The cooking, the laughter, the love, the decorations, all was Christmas. The visitations and the knock of children on the door looking for treats, and the joy in answering the door and handing out treats. The outings, the gift wrapping, the meat eating, and the cake making. All was Christmas for me. There was and will always be this feeling about Christmas. Christmas was the legitimate time to watch Home Alone, The Santa Claus, A Christmas Carol, and a lot of old Christmas movies all over again. Christmas was a different feeling, very different from the rest of the year. Since I was a little girl, Christmas has always been the best time of the year for me. Now, 20 plus years into my life, the excitement is not quite the same as before, but Christmas is still Christmas. And it doesn't change for me or my family. Being born into a family of 6 with 2 sons and 2 daughters, I remember having this Christmas tradition with my elder brother. No Christmas would pass without us going out in the compound at our old house, throwing firecrackers, or as we called it, bangard. It took me a while to realize we meant banga. Sometimes, my immediate elder brother would join us. We would throw banga and light up fireworks late into the night. Most evenings then, we would stay at home waiting for our parents to come back from the vigil mass in church. And that was when we would go outside, shooting banga and laughing hysterically, with Christmas filling up the wells of our eyes and the depths of our hearts. Before Christmas Eve, and on other occasions after Christmas Day, carolers would come from church to our homes to share Christmas with us, and they still do. This was my Christmas. We would joyously sing the songs of Christmas in English and in our native language. And the best part was the refreshments my mom and my aunts would prepare. Sometimes they would cook food. Other times they made snacks. Meat pie, sausage roll, boff, fried meat, name it, we had it. And there was always an assortment of drinks on tap. After the singing was done and dusted, I would go about serving the carolers before settling down to consume my share. One of the things I loved about Christmas was the killing and sharing of the cow and rams, which Dad and his cooperative members bought. In the lead up to Christmas, a cow will be brought to our house and tied to a particular tree. To date, I never got to know the name of that tree. It was a tree that had white flowers which we would pick and string onto skewers made of broomsticks. My brothers would leave bowls of water in front of the cow and rams while they grazed. On the morning of Christmas Eve, or the day before, the malams would arrive to butcher the animals, and then the meat would be shared between cooperative members. Big paint buckets, bowls of different sizes, reinforced sacks holding blood-soaked chunks of meat would be seen everywhere. When we got our own share of the meat, Mommy would fry some, roast some, dry some, give some out as gifts, and then she would refrigerate the rest, which would last a few months into the new year. On the odd occasion, we would get a bonus ram or a bonus goat as a gift from one of Daddy's friends. This was always used to make suya or pepper soup. What about Christmas decorations? They went up no later than the 15th of December in our house. Our home would be dressed in Christmas decorations. The tree, its bubbles and lights, the tinsel, paper decorations and bunting, the hampers and other gifts, the cards. Dozens of cards displayed all over the house. There was and still is a certain brightness that comes with all the Christmas decorations. And above all else, Mommy's cooking. Her well-garnished fried rice and fried chicken. We would salivate as the properly prepared salad made by Mom and my sister was laid out on the dining table. One thing that was never left out was the Christmas cake. There was no Christmas that passed without a cake. And when I learned how to bake, it became my duty to bake for Christmas. I relished the duty of whipping up lumps of margarine and granulated sugar into a bowl of pale yellow fluffiness. I loved folding in the rest of the mix, pouring the batter into a tin, and finally putting it into the oven, which my sister would always preheat for me. Then checking in on the cake, peeking through the glass oven door, and watching it rise and turn golden brown. And the aroma which filled the house. Though we are older now, with family dispersed in different parts of the country for school, work, and various other reasons, every Christmas, we find our way back to the place we call home. We may not have the same traditions anymore. We may not hold the excitement as much as we did 8 to 10 years ago. But the season remains the best for us. The festivities never die. And Christmas never stops being Christmas. In that regard, Christmas never changes. It doesn't matter when the dryness or the cold descends, whether the festive scents and aromas filling up nostrils lingered or not, whether new clothes or new shoes, new hairdos were a major feature or not. To me, Christmas remains Christmas. It may feel different with every passing year, but Christmas is love, and love never goes away. Christmas is my time to love, to smell the air and spread my wings. to drop everything else and to laugh into a new year. Christmas is my Christmas, no matter what changes. It is the tradition that will never die in my family. Love. This is Christmas. Ufuoma Bakporhe is an author who resides in Lagos, Nigeria. She is a prose fiction writer, screenwriter, and filmmaker. You can read more of her work on Linktree at Ufuoma Bakporhe, and you can connect with her on Instagram and on X at Ufuoma Bakporhe. Details and links will be in the episode description. And from me, Osatimi B, I'm wishing you light, love, and life in abundance this Christmas and always. Merry Christmas.